think sometimes it happens instinctively, but it's also how well you're playing and how confident you are at the time.
Throughout its history, it's been the crowning feature of the great game of Aussie rules. The big grab over the pack, the speccie. Nothing stirs the crowd like a screamer. It always will.
55 metres out, good kick. Oh, what a ball! Mark of the year. Mark of the year in the last round.
Very honest part of football. I mean, everyone talks about going at the ball hard on the ground, but as important are people jumping at the football in the air to contest it. And I think there are those two types of honesty in football.
Anyone who's ever played dreams of taking at least one. But what is it that leaves most earthbound and blesses others with the momentary gift of flight?
Jesselenko, look at that!
I like to fly. I like to jump on people's backs.
Alex Jesselenko was one of the greats.
Oh, Jesselenko, you beauty!
And this marked one of the best remembered screamers of the modern era. To him, it was just a natural desire.
It's just a skill you acquire. In my teens, before every sort of senior game that I wanted to watch, at quarter time, half time, three-quarter time, you'd be out there and you'd kick end to end and you'd go jumping on people's backs to mark. But that's not all of you, there'd only be two or three of you. The rest would be trying to mark the ball where you were trying to jump on them.
Adelaide's Tony Modra has similar recollections of cultivating the skill for the love of it.
I think when I was younger, in primary school, you always used to have the kick end to end, and I think you just learned from that. You used to see him you used to watch the games on TV when you were younger, and you used to see him do that. And I think you just go out there during school hours in your lunchtime and try and do it yourself, and that's where I think you get it from.
Look at Modra behind! Has he taken it? Has it been paid? It has!
Do you just go out there and jump all over other kids' shoulders?
Well, that's right. I mean, yeah. You always have the kids at the front with the sore heads and the blokes having
with the big knees at the back.
Yeah, taking a big run up. But yeah, I think that's where I mainly got it from.
Despite natural inclination, there is science behind the high mark, which says, and this may come as a disappointment, that you're either Alex Jesselenko or you're not.
Oh, look at Jesselenko!
It boils down to their fibre composition, or muscle fibre composition. There are basically two types, one being a slow twitch fibre and the other one is fast twitch fibres, which are utilised in sprint or power type activities. And the people with a greater proportion of fast twitch fibres tend to be better or have greater abilities to jump higher and sprint faster.
Well, a lot of the guys who can take high marks, particularly are very, very good jumpers, and I think you'll see that Tony Modra has won an Australian All-Schools Triple Jump Championship, and Anthony Koutafidis has won an All-Schools High Jump Championship, so it's really the ability to jump.
Needless to say, if you haven't seen yourself on the screen yet, you've probably got too many of the slow twitch variety.
You can train them to a certain extent, but unfortunately it's a matter of as we like to say, how well you picked your parents. It's a hereditary-based factor.
The athletes who've got the high power to weight ratio will be someone like Anthony Koutafidis, who he's a tall fella and he's not small by any stretch, but he really has got a high power to weight ratio. Kouta's really the modern day athlete.
And there seems to be strong agreement about other factors.
Suppose a bit of height helps. I don't know. I think that it's something that you're born with. You obviously practice it a fair bit when you're young. Keep your eyes on the footy and have a go at everything.
It's a rare person who can get up that high and survive the fall afterwards, I think.
It's a different form of courage. The best players do it technically right. I mean, a lot of people try and actually drop and get their hands and body in all sorts of positions. So there is a correct technique in how to do it.
But here's the really disappointing part. According to Alex Jesselenko, the art of the screamer is a dying one. The modern creed is possession any way you can.
It's a shame. I feel a bit sad that the high mark is not taught in the junior grades, and the emphasis on winning illusions shouldn't be as important as the skills of our great game.
So who are the players who still have the ability to rise above the pack?
Probably Tony Lockett. He's a consistent high mark. Wayne Carey's excellent, and Gary Ablett can also mark.
Sean Smith, he can go up. Brett Allison I saw a couple of years ago take a screamer mark at the MCG.